We running. We live on the Twitch. We live on the YouTube. We live on the Sportscaster, or at least we better be. What's going on, everybody? Sal Vetri, live. There we go, live on the Sportscaster. What's up, gang? What's going on? Week 4. I'm going to wait for some people to get the notification. I'm going to wait for some people to let me know in the chat that everything's good, everything's running. It shows us up live on Twitch. It shows us up live on the YouTuber. Justin says, what's up? What's going on, Justin? What's up? Justin Whitmer. Yeah, everybody's in here. Seth, Justin Jennings, Hunter. Damn, everybody's coming in. Brian, Devon, Thomas, Jonathan, Rajan. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Fun week. Fun week ahead. Real fun week. I like this week a lot. Got a lot of action down in 3-max mid-stakes, the $150 buy-ins. That's where I'm kind of living, as always, in the 3-max. But yeah, this is a fun week for sure. It seems like a straightforward week, in my opinion. A week not to get cute. A week that the chalk, for the most part, there's options that the chalk doesn't make sense. But some of it, yeah, most of it probably makes sense. Xmas Morning says, Levon, yeah, honestly, you're right. It is the best. This is just the best. Good morning, bro. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good matchups. Yeah. Everything seems pretty good so far. Yeah, it seems like a straightforward slate. So I'm here to answer questions. I guess what I'll kind of start with is that don't try and get cute. Like, don't try and run away from the obvious amazing plays playing Miami today because they're the highest home plays on the slate. You can play chalk. You can play a lot of chalk in NFL, and as long as you're unique in the way that you make lineups, team stacking, game stacking, correlating, you're fine. If you look at the average Millie Maker lineup winner, it's been about 15% ownership across the lineup on average. That more times than not leans to be chalky than completely contrarian, right? Which makes sense. The good players are highly owned for a reason. Play them. People straight disrespecting my Chargers. Hey, I mean, I think this is the week that Miami covers the spread. If I had a bet, I didn't bet, so I guess I didn't put my money where my mouth is. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to lose. Although I did tell a couple of friends in a group message that Miami outright this week. I mean, everything's going bad for the Chargers in terms of injuries, traveling across the country, and everything at least is trending positively for Miami in terms of their injuries. Really just Albert Wilson for the most part. I guess they have Jamal Wiltz is out in the slot. But yeah, we're going to get a lot of questions today. Keenan Allen, do not get cute. If you're playing a lot of lineups, have a lot of Keenan Allen. He's playing the Miami Dolphins with 3 of the pass catchers out of the top 4 done for his team for this game. Mike Williams, Travis Benjamin, Hunter Henry. And he's facing a backup cornerback in the slot for most of it. Xavier Howard's not going to follow Keenan Allen around the field the whole game. It's not going to happen. So he doesn't move into the slot at all, really. So, yeah, it's Xavier Howard, or Jamal Wiltz is the slot cornerback, and he's out. So, not great. Josh Allen, sneaky play? No interest. Is Darius Slay out? He's going to be a game-time decision, but they're saying it's a pessimistic look, so probably not. Stafford still a play with a hip injury? No interest in Stafford with the injury. No interest there. I'd rather get to carry on. Robinson today? Which Robinson? There's like 10. You're the GOAT, bro. No, you are. You're the best, Sal. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. Sal, Eckler and Allen locks in cash. They're not locks in cash because of their price. You're paying $8K for Eckler. You're playing $7,600 for Allen, but Eckler's probably fairly priced for the matchup. Allen's underpriced. Allen's like $700 underpriced. So I would say Allen is more of a lock today than Eckler, but they're both fantastic plays. But I would never say 2 players from the same team are a lock in cash, especially when they're both highly priced. Eckler and Allen in the same GPP without Rivers? ? I mean, I would probably get Rivers. I don't know how else you're going to be team stacking and trying to get correlation. Like if Keenan Allen goes for 120 and a touchdown, and Eckler goes for 120 total and a touchdown receiving, it's going to be really hard for me not to want to have Phillip Rivers in that lineup also. I mean, right there alone, he's probably got 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, not even factoring in, albeit not great pass catchers around him, but the other 4 guys that are going to catch balls today. So it's really hard for me not to want to get to Rivers if you're having Keenan Allen and Eckler in your stacks, or at least what seems like a stack. And yeah, I think there are viable options on the other end to run it back with. Kenyon Drake, Preston Williams, Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker only if Casey Hayward misses. Rivers will show you. I expect him to go for 350, 3 tutties. Keenan Barry injury 200 plus, barring injury 200 plus. Yeah, I mean they're in great spots. I'm not going to try and get cute here. Other weeks there's been bad chalk. There's bad chalk. Will Dissly is bad chalk this week. That's bad chalk. There's been bad chalk in other weeks as well, and I've been trying to get away from it. Josh Jacobs was terrible chalk in my opinion. The This week, the chalk usually, for the most part, looks good. Keenan Allen looks fine. Austin Eckler, those guys being the highest 2 owned guys right now in projections and ownership, is fine. Do you like Lesean McCoy today? Nah, no shot. Allen Robinson, question mark. He's the only guy I play from the Bears, but not interested. Rosen, Drake, and Williams stack for me. Hey, I have one Rosen stack lineup for Miami and a Millie Maker lineup. It's only Millie Maker viable in my opinion, but yeah, it's easy to run it back on the other side with for sure. How much Lockett should I run? It depends. I mean, he's a fine play. It depends on if you're going to have a lot more team stacks to Seattle. I won't. Then you get more. Even though he has burned us, Carson is a great pivot. I disagree. I don't know. I get it. Some people want to talk up Carson because, look, they're favorites. I'm not as high on the passing game today. I get it. It's a fantastic matchup, but they're favorites. I'd rather target other spots that seem more favorable. You get, and not that their favorites means they're bad. Like, obviously, you have a matchup against Miami and their favorites, the Chargers, and that's a fantastic spot. But the passing game, yeah, going Russell Wilson to Lockett is fine. But, like, where do you go after that? I'm not going Will Dissly. You can go to DK Metcalf, but he is very, very straight line touchdown dependent. So that's where I would go there. I'm not going to Carson. Rashad Penny seems like he's going to play. I don't even know if Carson sees 50% of the snaps with the way he's been playing lately. Am I a donkey for liking OBJ? If Marlon Humphreys is out, I'm going to like OBJ. Jimmy Smith is already out. Tavon Young's done for the year. Marlon Humphreys is a fantastic cornerback. He's questionable. If he's out, then, yeah, OBJ is going to have all the time in the world to run around out there. But if he's not out, Marlon Humphreys, to me, is a top 3 cornerback in this league, so I don't want OBJ. Terry McLaurin, if he plays in David Johnson or Paul Richardson and Keenan Allen. I want Keenan Allen more there. So, I mean, the Richardson take, I only want Paul. That's the issue, though. Like, I want Keenan Allen, but I don't want Terry McLaurin either way today. I'm just not going to get there with any sort of volume. I'll have very small pieces, if that. A wide receiver injuring his hamstring on a Thursday practice to the point where he can't practice Thursday or Friday, that doesn't bode well for at least my upside in him. The matchup is fantastic. I get it. If he plays, I imagine he's healthy enough to actually run, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't play. But if he's out, I'll like Paul Richardson. Otherwise, I don't like the overall upside. It's a really good matchup for the Redskins pass catchers, but it's a 12-game slate where there's also other really good matchups today that I know where the ball is going for sure. And if Terry McLaurin is going to be limited, then things kind of get thrown off there in terms of variance and putting your money on it. Devonta Freeman or Shady and Standard? You're the man, Sal. Thanks. What's up? Give me Devonta Freeman if Ito Smith's out, honestly. Tough matchup against the Titans, but he's going to play 90% of the snaps. Lesean McCoy with an injury. Again, like, people don't realize Lesean McCoy tweaked his ankle last week again. He left the game. I don't know why people don't realize that. Like, he tweaked the exact same ankle, and he's been limited all week. Keeps going to the doctors. This guy's just going to break apart. So, yeah. I go with Julio this week. Yeah, he's fine. Really good matchup. He has size on that secondary of Adore Jackson and Malcolm Butler. Any interest in James White, GPP, with a game-time decision? I just won't get there. There's just so many more better running back plays. If you want to play James White in a GPP without Burkhead, that's fine. The zone defense will let White and Edelman catch a lot of the balls. I'm just not going to get to that game at all. Hollywood or Shepard? Hollywood Brown by a mile. Here's the thing, though. Like, I'm too over the field right now in Hollywood Brown. I might have to rear it back. That's how much I have of him. Unlikely to play Albert Wilson. Ding, ding, ding. Preston Wilson through the roof, or Preston Williams through the roof too. If you're doing Miami stacks, I would be running it back with Preston Williams. I think that's the best option. Kenyon Drake would probably come in second there. And now that Albert Wilson is out, it solidifies Jakeem Grant getting locked down in the slot by Desmond King. Hopefully Casey Hayward plays, so he locks down Devontae Parker. And then it's Preston Williams versus backup safeties and cornerbacks, the guy who's had 18 targets the last 2 weeks. Philip Lindsay, can we repeat this week? No, I'm not going there. Watkins or Amari Cooper in cash? In cash, you're playing an all-day slate. Give me Amari Cooper there. Marcus Lattimore has given up the most receptions and yards to wide receivers this year. Any Paul Richardson interest? If Terry McLaurin misses, which doesn't seem like it, I'll have more interest, but I'm just not getting there. I'd rather Preston Williams. CMC or Eckler? Give me Eckler for the price savings and what I would consider a similar projection right now. Would you say you play tight end late then, Sal? What do you mean? Would you play at tight end late? What does that mean? What does that mean, Razzle D? What's going on over there on Twitch? Sal, you like Falcons pass catchers versus Titans? Yeah, I do. I think that Calvin Ridley is probably the one I like the most. Price and also one-on-one matchup against Malcolm Butler when Julio's double-teamed. Both of them are in a good spot, but I don't know. Here's the thing. Keenan Allen's ownership is like through the roof for a good reason. I really don't know how to justify getting off of a lot of Keenan Allen to go to a double team of Julio Jones when Keenan Allen's going to be in the slot against a backup cornerback for the Miami Dolphins when 3 of their other pass catchers, Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, and Travis Benjamin, are out. Like, the only way is just to be straight contrarian and take on variance there, but it's an offense that wants to just throw Keenan Allen the ball, 42 targets in 3 weeks. Like, it's tough. McLaurin injury. You're my go-to guy, says Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Thoughts on Lesean Mccoy today? No interest. D. Johnson or Lockett or Eckler and Shepard? Eckler and Shepard for me. Brandon Cooks, a good pivot from Kupp. Yeah, he's a direct leverage on his own team. I think it's fine. I'd rather Kupp, but I think why not get both? Watkins or Amari and cash? Amari. Whew, we got a lot. I don't play 150 lineups max. I play single entry 3 max. I'm not getting to a lot of Terry McLaurin in those types of lineups. Kerryon Johnson is going to go off today. I like Kerryon today. Yeah, he's fine. He's definitely fine. Should I play both Eckler and Mack today? I think that's fine. Is Keyshawn a good play? I would say no. I like Keyshawn Johnson a lot. He's going to play 90% of the snaps. He's on the outside. He'll probably see 6 targets. That's what Damiere Byrd was seeing on average, 18 targets through 3 weeks. I think Keyshawn Johnson's a better player than Damiere Byrd, definitely vertically. But I don't know how you get to the price point's the reason, right? But I would much rather have Christian Kirk. Keyshawn Johnson's sneaky in GPPs, I'll say that, but sneaky on 6 targets instead of just pay up for volume. Mark Turner donates $10 to the stream and doesn't even ask a question. Wow. Appreciate that, Mark. Hopefully your Sunday morning's going good. Hopefully if you're a coffee guy, you get some of that in. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. If you want to donate to the stream at any time, you can. It's Super Chat. It's called on YouTube, Twitch. There's subbing, obviously, in bits. So, yeah, if you want to donate to the stream, if you have a question, you want to make sure it's answered, because I'm sure there's like 500 people watching, more maybe. You can donate. Also, we have merch. There's a merch store now. Yes, there is indeed a merch store. I'm sure nobody cares, honestly. But I put together a merch store because people were asking about it. Let me do this. If interested in merch or wanting to see what merch looks like, I'll drop a link. I think it's something cool. Like, I honestly don't even care. Here's the merch store for those interested. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody made me this design. Worked out a deal with them. Got it on some hoodies. Represent is the name of the store. Figured it was a pretty cool name. But yeah, we made some merch. DFS, fantasy football related. Be Contrarian, another day, another GPP. DFS just on it. Yeah, it's interesting. I like the idea of just having merch. Anybody on Sportscaster? What's going on over there? I like the idea of just having merch. Like, I don't even care if not a single person buys anything. I'm going to buy it. I made my merch for myself. And then if people want it, that's cool. Chris Conley or Shepard? Shepard by a mile. I don't even want Chris Conley there. Thoughts on going Waller and Ingram? I don't like double tight end. I get it. People want to get cute and be the guy that wins the Millie Maker with double tight end. It can happen. Not a lot of people do it. That's why you usually don't see a lot of high double tight end lineups. But yeah, I'm just not going to get there. 274 watching. Okay, cool. Yeah, Manny's finishing up his stream over on Twitch. I'm sure that's loaded right now. Fantastic stream. With Disley as bad chalk, what options do you like for tight end on the slate? Darren Waller and Evan Ingram. They're the 2 best tight ends on the slate, in my opinion. Then Travis Kelce is what Travis Kelce is. If you want to pay up for him, you can get to him. But Darren Waller and Evan Ingram are the best tight ends on the slate. What's going on, Sean Perry? Sal, my duty says, what are your thoughts on Lockett? Lockett's fine. Usually, you probably have a lot of Lockett in Russell Wilson quarterback lineups, or at least you should. Lockett on his own is fine. Yeah, Lockett's in a fantastic spot all the way around. I'm undressed. Yikes. No pants. Thoughts on Inman? I'm not going to Inman. I get it. If you're playing a lot of Chargers stacks, like a lot, and I mean like you have 20 Chargers stacks, then yeah, get some Inman in there. If you're playing 1 lineup, 2 lineups, 3 lineups, or even just 1 or 2 or 3 team stacks with the Chargers, I'm not getting to Inman. I'm playing Eckler, who's going to see 20-plus touches. I'm playing Keenan Allen, who's probably going to see 12-plus targets. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Any thoughts on Christian Kirk? Yeah, he projects out really nice. He's too cheap. Christian Kirk's like $1,000 too cheap in that offense. He's going to see 10 targets, and he's already seen 2 balls this year that should have been deep touchdown catches. Melvin Gordon versus Eckler. Oh, it's Eckler all the way. Melvin Gordon, here's the thing. So here's the official stance on Melvin Gordon. I said it before the news came out this morning on a podcast on Patreon, but Melvin Gordon's just there for like emergency. I literally said this before it came out for me in Rappaport. Like Justin Jackson, if Justin Jackson was healthy today, Melvin Gordon would not suit up. But do you really want Austin Eckler to get hurt today and your only backfield is Derek Watt, a fullback, and Tromaine Pope? No, you put Melvin Gordon back there. So if something drastic happens with Austin Eckler, your team's not facing the worst team in the league now with potentially just Keenan Allen, Phillip Rivers, and a bunch of nobodies. You have Melvin Gordon that could at least make plays and push the pile, get first downs, touchdown definitely around the goal line. So Melvin Gordon, to me, this morning I said he was an 8 to 10 touch guy today. After these reports, it seems like he's like a not even on the field type of guy, maybe red zone back, but it's not impacting anything for Eckler for me. Eckler is a fantastic play. The fact that Justin Jackson is out and Melvin Gordon is in is actually better. It's better. They don't want to put Melvin Gordon out there. The guy's had 2 days of practice. Sure, he's in shape, but he's had 2 days of practice, and he hasn't been getting hit nonstop and having to cut in a game. If you're not doing that in practices and warming up to it, yeah, pulled hammy is coming for a guy who's injury prone. What's up? What's up? Worst chalk. Feel like everyone is playing the same players today. Kind of like fading Allen, McCaffrey, Russ. I mean, I'm not. It depends on how you make your lineups. If you're just making lineups with a bunch of guys and no correlation, you're never going to win anything. You make your lineups with stacks, team stacks. Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. Run it back with Preston Williams if you want, or Kenyon Drake. You make your lineups with stacks if you want to win a tournament, right? If you're playing cash, it's different. But yeah. Worst chalky play to me is Will Dissly. I have no interest in that at that ownership. So Arvid's been asked, where's your head on McLaurin? I play single entry and 3-max primarily in like the mid stakes and all the low stakes. I'm not getting too much McLaurin in 3 lineups. If you're playing 150 lineups, you can get to him. I'd come in underweight of his 30% ownership right now. I'll buy a hoodie, Sal, says Nathan. Yeah, man, I want to buy a hoodie. I'm about to buy a hoodie today of my own eyebrows and a hat. But yeah, the link was put up. I'll put it. I guess I got to get a Nightbot in here so anybody can just say !chat. But yeah, let me get this Teespring store up. I could put a link on Twitter later today too. I put one on yesterday, but the store wasn't ready yet, so I had to take it down. Yeah, look at these hoodies. They're not bad. I really like this gray stuff. It's pretty sick. All right. Can I play Fournette in cash? Yeah, definitely. He projects out really nice. What KC pieces do you like? Sammy Watkins is my favorite play in Kansas City, the one I'm getting to the most and trying to prioritize a little bit. Mahomes in cash. I usually don't like paying up for a quarterback in cash. I don't think it's necessary this week at all. Worst chalky play, Will Dissly. DeAndre Hopkins today, what do you think? Yeah, I like D-Hop. I have D-Hop in a few lineups and 3 maxes. The matchup against Bradbury doesn't worry me. If Deontay Jackson's out, it's actually better for Will Fuller today if Deontay Jackson misses, or Dante Jackson. But Hopkins is always in play. He is the guy, him and Julio are pivots, obviously, in the top range off of Keenan Allen. Hopkins is always in play. Ownership is lower, closer to 10 than 20, which is rare to see around Hopkins. Evan Ingram and Waller have more upside than most around the 5K range. In terms of wide receivers and running backs, I would say no. And also, thank you, PJ Erickson, donated $2 to the channel for that Hopkins question. I think Kerryon Johnson has more upside than Evan Ingram and Waller in terms of having both of them in your flexes. I think Christian Kirk does. I think Larry Fitzgerald does. I think Preston Williams, Will Fuller, Terry McLaurin if he's healthy. So I don't know. 2 tight ends is easy to say that after you see 14 targets last week from Darren Waller and you see a 75-yard touchdown from Evan Ingram. But in my opinion, 2 tight ends is only viable if you're playing Kelsey, Darren Waller, or Evan Ingram. So that makes sense. But I think there's much more upside in a Christian Kirk today than a Darren Waller and or Evan Ingram combination of both of them. Late Slate Sal, you were sleepy today. Razzle D, what do you mean I'm sleepy today? You've been saying you haven't been saying proper sentences. You've been spelling everything wrong. I don't know who's in the late slate. I haven't even looked at the late slate. I look at the main slate altogether. I have no idea. Lowest percentage game stack, What does that mean? Is getting too many saddle players chalky? Yeah, if you're getting stacks of Russell Wilson, Will Dissly, and Tyler Lockett, I think it's kind of gross. I would rather sub out Will Dissly, get DK Metcalf, and finish the rush to your lineup. But don't fade good players that are chalky. Eckler, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, these guys are getting ownership for a reason. Christian McCaffrey, they're getting ownership for a reason. If you continue to fade the high-volume, fantastic matchup players, you'll continue to lose in DFS. I think there's reasons to fade specific players. Josh Jacobs 2 weeks ago. I was coming in under on Nelson Aguilar last week. Definitely not in cash, though. But, yeah, I think that you could play chalk. Darrell Williams over Shady. I think both are dust today. Darrell Williams took advantage of Shady going out in the second half last week, and he had 41 of his yards on 1 touch. So people overreacting to 5 catches from Darrell Williams when Shady McCoy got injured. With Barkley out, what do you think of Wayne Gallman Jr.? I think he's in a really good spot. He's ready to go. Rex Burkhead is going to play today, so there goes any of your James White hopes. And so is Julian Edelman, so they're both going to play. What do I think of Gallman Jr.? I think he's fine. I think he can catch the ball. He's bad after the catch, but he can definitely catch the ball, be utilized in that way. He's going to stay on the field 90% of the snaps because he can pass block, and he's average between the tackles as a home favorite against a really bad Washington pass rush, overall defense, and definitely rush defense. So, yeah, Wayne Gallman at his price tag is completely fine in any format. He's getting ownership, 20% or so, which is concerning. But, yeah, he's going to be on the field nonstop. Is Kupp your favorite Rams wide receiver? Yes. Can I play Fournette in cash? Yes, you can. Make some that one dude merch says. Yeah, that's funny. I like that. Or not even funny. Like, that's a good idea. I can literally make that by later today. That one dude, I like that. That's a good idea. I'll put that on the list. I know you don't care about defenses, but Colts or Texans, going to squeeze them in. Texans play Kyle Allen. Colts play Derek Carr. Colts are down their 2 best defenders probably, in Malik Hooker and Darius Leonard, so I'll probably just go Texans if you want to pick one. DeAndre Hopkins, William Fuller, there you go, or Kerryon Johnson, Melvin Jones or Marvin Jones. I go DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller. Then you have to get to Deshaun Watson if you're doing that, though. Stack it up. Okay to run TJ Hawkinson, especially if they're playing from behind. I don't know. Hawkinson's not running many routes. I get it. He's a cheap tight end, so you can get there if you want. What do you think about Richardson Jr. today? I like him a lot more if McLaurin's out, which I don't think is going to happen, so probably don't have much. Sal, top 3 QBs today for GPP. That's tough. I can't say top 3 QBs. That's not how you build GPP lineups. You build GPP lineups with stacks. I think the Chargers are a good stack. I thought Detroit was a good stack until Matt Ryan's dealing with a lot of pain. Or Matt Stafford. I don't really want to deal with that. I don't know. Top 3 QBs for GPPs. I mean, it's Phillip Rivers is in a fantastic spot. Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, all those guys are in a really good spot for team stacking. I like Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown stacks. It's not a team stack. So there's really not a top 3 for me. I have a bunch of different exposures to stacks that get my QB in there. Like, I don't prioritize my lineups around quarterbacks. I prioritize them around quarterbacks that have obvious targets that they throw to in terms of correlation for stacking. Goff or Wilson in cash? Goff there. Or Goff or Russell Wilson? Give me Russell Wilson in cash. That's close, though. Daniel Jones and Shepard or Brown? What do you mean, Daniel Jones and Shepard or Brown? Give me Daniel Jones and Shepard for the correlation. What if Melvin Gordon plays? He's going to play. He's going to be an emergency back. I don't know what the coach speak is. Can he see 10 touches today? I think Melvin Gordon sees 8 to 10 touches is what I projected. At that point, it is better than if Melvin Gordon playing today, I think is actually going to end up being better for Austin Eckler than if Justin Jackson played. They're not going to give an extended run, I would not say, to Melvin Gordon today. And that's before coach speak came out. Fournette's going to start to get some TDs. Fournette's fine today. He's more than fine. He projects out really nice. If Fournette's been doing nothing his team's been doing nothing in the red zone and has just 3 red zone. He has 3 red zone touches this year. That's not Leonard Fournette's game. When he gets in the red zone and gets touches, it's going to start coming up. Like, this is a guy who's been averaging 12, 13 fantasy points with doing 0 things in the red zone and doing nothing on the ground game. Everything's coming from the receiving game. Just imagine when he actually starts doing something on the ground, which in his career has not been very efficient and effective, but when it comes to the red zone, it has. Thoughts on Chris Godwin? Feel like he should get a lot of targets. Yeah, he has a bad matchup in terms of a good cornerback defending him in the slot, but the cornerback is undersized compared to him. So Godwin's okay today. The hip injury, though, it does concern me. Game time decision, they say he's going to play. Hey, Sal, can we get a look at the wide receiver chart? Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. This is updated as of this morning, by the way. Odell and a couple other players made it in here. I guess I'll put all these guys up in here. Let me link these guys up in here. How about that? All right. What time is it? 11? Damn, we got like another hour, gang. We chilling. Cool. What are your thoughts on Paris Campbell and Deion King? I prefer Deion King, but if I'm going to Indy, I'm going to Marlon Mack. That's about it. Why is 20% concerning for Gallman? 20% ownership concerning for Gallman? I mean, he's an unproven player that he's coming into a role change where he's not Saquon Barkley. And if he is not Saquon Barkley, he can't make as many guys miss before the first point of contact, which means if this offensive line has been kind of getting covered up by Saquon Barkley, well, then there's concerns that Wayne Gallman can have 15 carries for 30 yards and do very little in the receiving game, and you're stuck with 6 points from Wayne Gallman. Like, Wayne Gallman projects out nicely because of volume. I think he sees 18 touches. But if that volume turns into, this is an average running back behind a bad line instead of a fantastic running back that makes his line look good, well, then there's a concern at 20% ownership when a guy that is, by all standards, Wayne Gallman is at best okay of a backup running back. Is it okay to use Snead? That one went away. You like Cooks over Kupp this weekend? Nah, I like Kupp. Any love for Josh Jacobs this week? No interest. Waller, Disley, and hopefully TJ Hawkinson. Waller's my favorite tight end today. What are your thoughts on Paris Campbell and Deion Kane? Okay, answer that one. I would play Allen over Eckler just to be safe. Yeah, I like Allen over Eckler. I like both. Sal McLaurin for Washington. Yeah, the injury is concerning. A wide receiver tweaks his hamstring on a Thursday. I reared back a lot of my exposure to him. 410 watching. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that. No Kupp love today? No, there's Kupp love. What are you talking about? He's right here. It's literally like the 4th guy on the list. How do you feel about Murray, Fitzgerald, and Johnson stacks? I would rather have Murray, Fitzgerald, and Kirk stats, but it's okay. Johnson leading the league, tied with McCaffrey in routes run, so it makes sense. They correlate. I'm glad Sal's with Awesemo, but this is the real live before locks is Tyler Lee. What's going on, man? Yeah, the stuff on Awesemo was a ton of fun. I really like doing it. What are your thoughts on Paris Campbell, Deion Kane? Answer that. McCole Hardman, viable too, boom/bust. Yeah, I mean, I had McCole Hardman as a maybe, but I'd rather go to Robinson, and I'm just not going to list 4 Chiefs receivers. Sal, I kind of like Derek Carr with Waller today for GPP. Could be sneaky. Yeah, it could be sneaky because they're down Malik Hooker and Darius Leonard, but like if I'm going to a quarterback with only one wide receiver as a stack, he better have mobile upside, like Lamar Jackson. If you're playing Lamar Jackson with Hollywood Brown, don't feel the need to force Mark Andrews or Willie Snead into your lineups because Lamar Jackson has enough rushing upside to make that work a lot. And obviously enough big play upside for Hollywood Brown, 9 targets a week so far, 41% air yards for that team. But like Derek Carr plus Darren Waller is not that highly correlating. Like it's correlating between the two of them, but in terms of like an upside game for a GPP, if Waller catches 10 balls for 80 yards and a touchdown today, that doesn't mean Derek Carr is going to have a good game at all. Like there's not many other options around that team that I like. I don't really like Tyrell Williams' overall stock. Josh Jacobs, no, and I don't think they really have pass-catching running back. Jalen Richard is a pass-catching running back, but not being used. How's everything going, Sal? Have a good day. Thanks, Unknown Element. Hopefully you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm going to try and get to as many comments as I can. If you do donate, it'll be popping up, so I'll see that, so I'll definitely see the comment, but there's about to be like 600, 700 people in here now that Manny's stream is ending, so yeah. Any love for Josh Jacobs? No. Denver is the D for me. There you go. I'm a little suspect on Denver. Is McLaurin playing today? They said he should be playing, but how do you feel about Curtis Samuel today? He's the receiver that I would get to there after McCaffrey, but there's just much better wide receivers plays on the slate for me. Max/Keenum for me. Yeah, that's fair. Sal, Inman or Quinn? I would play Inman in a GPP over Quinn. I would play Quinn in cash over Inman, but not a ton of interest in either, to be honest with you, for any format. They make sense because they're salary savers, but I think Quinn's okay in cash. Inman, I think, is okay in GPPs, but I think they're both low upside. Love it. Thanks, man. I remember when he was a thing there, and yeah, that was okay at best. Yeah. Chargers D or New England D in GPPs, 1 p.m. only slate. I don't know. Inman, New York City. What does that mean? Chris Thompson or Gallman? Chris Thompson or Gallman depends. If you're Giants stacking a game, like what is this? Is this a cash question? Give me Gallman. If this is a GPP, what's your stack? I wouldn't have Gallman in my Giants stack, so then Chris Thompson to run it back with a guy that correlates if the Giants go off. If this is just you don't have a stack of either, I think I prefer Gallman over Chris Thompson. Number 1 player for the day, Aaron Rodgers. Morning, Sal. My brain is not fast enough to keep up with you right now. You need that coffee, my man. Baker, Odell for GPP. If Marlon Humphrey's out, Odell becomes a real play. They already don't have Jimmy Smith. They already are down to a backup corner or slot cornerback. They're down 2 cornerbacks already, 2 really good starting cornerbacks, and Marlon Humphreys is questionable. But I really don't like the upside of Baker. I do think, though, that Odell and Jarvis Landry are sneaky today. Odell more so if Marlon Humphrey misses. Jarvis Landry because the Ravens have had issues with slot cornerbacks. So I guess that usually leads you, if you like 2 receivers, to get to Baker. It's probably sneaky, but I don't think it's ideal. I would just get to Odell from that game if Marlon Humphreys is out. I think getting to Jarvis Landry is also okay, although it's a stacked 5K range, and I think he's the same price as Christian Kirk, which seems tough. Thanks, Bobby. Says 448 watching. Appreciate that. Allen, Inman, and Rivers stack. Yeah, if you're playing a lot of lineups, that's fine. Inman or Quinn? Quinn for cash, Inman for GBP. Cheap wide receiver, not Terry or Williams. DK Metcalf is fine. PJ Paul Richardson is fine. If Terry McLaurin misses, I guess you can go either way there. Yeah, I think there's a couple guys. Emmanuel Sanders is interesting at 4,900. Will Fuller is very interesting if Dante Jackson misses today, Will Fuller is about to have one of his eruption days. It's without question. There's nobody there to guard him then. What's going on, Brian? I need Mark Ingram, Cook, Jacobs stack. What does that mean? Can I see running backs? Yeah, definitely. Let me know if you just want to see something. I think I don't have notes for running backs. I took them off. Top contrarian stack. I like the Cardinals today, actually. Believe it or not. I like Kyler Murray had a terrible second half last week. He still scores 20 fantasy points. The rushing upside was there for him. And just where the targets are going for that team. Christian Kirk and Larry Fitz will probably both see 10-plus targets. And they're in a game that's going to be fast environment, and there's an obvious run-it-back option on the other side with a Tyler Lockett. Watson or Jackson? Give me Jackson. Are you still going to play McLaurin? No, I've reared back a lot of McLaurin as of right now. Hey, Sal, great work as always. Would you rather have Keenan Allen and Cooper or Sammy Watkins and Darren Waller? Sammy Watkins and Darren Waller. Ravens or Rams D? I guess Ravens, but I just hate giving defense advice because it's literally who scores the touchdown out of the two, and I can't project that for you. For cash, would you play Terry or Quinn for the Skins? That's a big difference. It's like a $1,500 difference, Anthony, so it depends what you're doing with your other spot. That's not a 1v1, that's a 2v2 question. Should I use Marquise Brown at the flex? Yeah, he's a fantastic play today. Dorsett, sneaky, says somebody. Yeah, Dorsett I'm not in today. The Buffalo Bills defense literally doesn't allow 20-plus yard catches, and that's all Dorsett, for the most part, can do. Thoughts on James White today? With Rex Burkhead playing, I'm not going to play James White. I can't get up to carry on for this lineup unless I take my D from the Rams down to pretty high, and I'm pretty high in the Rams. I always prefer going up to a running back you like over staying put on a defense. Defense is so variant, whereas running back production is way less variant than a defense's production. Damn, this dude cold, says the real MVP. Unsubscribed. Man asks me a question about a defense. I say, I don't know, man. Man unsubscribes. Peace out. See you. Hey, Sal, big ups. What's going on, Gregory? Jason Q. How much is his training, says Jason Q. My training, my NFL course, it's not like a live training with me. It's pre-recorded, but it's a ton of stuff in there. If you want it, reach out to me on Twitter or comment on one of my videos that are already up and just say, can I get the coupon? It's a $100 off coupon I'm going to give because of the 10,000 subscribers. So if you're interested. Gregory says, smash that like button, my friends. What's up, man? What's up? Hopefully the morning's going well. I'll check it out. Thanks. Yeah. No problem. No Slayton, New York Giants love? No. Why no Galladay love? No Galladay love because Matthew Stafford is dealing with what seems to be, they're saying, the most serious injury of his professional career. So it could be coach speak, but when a guy is just Mr. Consistent in terms of starting, and he has played through injuries, I don't want to test that as much. I had a lot of interest in Matt Stafford stacks with Galladay, and then the news this morning. Usually I don't want to overreact to coach speak, but when it's an injury of Matthew Stafford himself saying this is the most pain I've ever been in before a football game, you would think that something is not going to go as normal there for him. Hooper or Walker? Give me Walker this week there. What is your take on Gurley? Living in the past? I loved Todd Gurley week 1. I was on him week 2. I think he's contrarian, of course, because he's not going to be owned, but I think his price tag's too much to want to get there with so many other better plays in the 6K range, in my opinion, this week. So, yeah, I think he's lost burst for sure, not being used in the receiving game. But he played a team high or season high 74% of his snaps last week. So I don't think he's dust. I just think at that price point, I don't want to get there. Freeman or Jacobs? Give me Devonta Freeman if Ito Smith's out. Kirk or Fitzgerald? Give me Christian Kirk. What do you think of the Bears D? I think they're in a fantastic spot. I think they have a fantastic I saw like Akeem Hicks or something was out up front. But the Bears just still, their front's fantastic. And honestly, Kirk Cousins is probably the worst contract in NFL history. If I had to quickly say the amount of money that he got, like $29.5 million a year to be a game manager, Joe Flacco style, except more turnover prone. Yeah, that's yikes. So Justin Jackson is out, right? Yes, he is. Will Fuller or McLaurin? I like Will Fuller there personally. If Dante Jackson is out, I like Will Fuller, which it seems like he's a true game time decision, they're saying. So we'll find out in 20 minutes are inactives. 500 people. Hey, thank you. Yeah, PJ Erickson, what's up? Says, and will Russell be right owned or over owned? He's coming in around 15% ownership. I think that's about right for a quarterback. Is Disley the chalk seeing as Arizona? Yeah, he is. Disley's like 23% owned, and it's disgusting. I don't want to get that. If you want to play a chalky tight end that you need 2 touchdowns out of today for him to pay off at his 22% ownership and really do something for you, be my guest. I'll take the half-owned guy who's seeing the most targets in the game, or second most at 29 targets so far, 10 targets a week, in Darren Waller, who's half the ownership. Sally Boy killing it again. Keep it up, my dude. Pretty much. Do you like Ridley in a bounce back after 1.8 points last week? Yeah, I do. You the man, Brian. Am I a fool for taking Inman in cash? Not a fool. I mean, it's a really good price savings, and he's going to be on the field a lot. Who's the best option under 4K for wide receivers? I like Preston Williams there. Most DFS players should not even be looking at ownership. Most DFS players should not even be looking at ownership? No, that's not right. That's wrong. I'm somebody who strongly believes that ownership in NFL does not nearly as matter as much, but if it's Will Dissly getting 23% ownership and Darren Waller getting 10 or 12, yeah, that's something that makes sense. But yeah, I don't fade good players because of high ownership in the NFL. Kerryon Johnson, yeah, he's fine. Who will Slay cover? It seems like Slay's going to miss, actually, unknown element. But if he's in, he'll be covering the outside receiver, which is probably going to be Robinson a lot of the time. If you're in a YouTube chat firing away questions on a Sunday morning, go ahead and disregard ownership numbers. Just going to get confused. I don't think so. People know ownership. It's pretty obvious what ownership means in terms of getting confused. What does that mean? Good pivot from Golladay for GPP. Pivot from Golladay? I mean, he's not highly owned. You don't need a pivot from him. Like in that price range, I mean, there's so many. I really like Marquise Brown with the news that all of these defensive backs for Cleveland are still going to be missing. Golladay or Lockett? Lockett for me. Who's the best under Preston Williams? Ito Smith is playing. Ito Smith is playing, says Justin Jennings. Is that true? Am I silly for taking Bills D in cash, 2,600 at home? No, nothing seems silly about it. What ownership are the top QBs? The highest priced or highest owned QBs usually come in around 15%. QB ownership doesn't really matter. You want to fade like really crappy wide receiver, running back, and tight end ownership most of the time. The one that stands out to me today is Will Dissly. Golladay or Jones Jr.? Golladay if you're going to go there. Jones Jr. benefited last week from the Eagles double teaming Kenny Golladay most of the game. Mack or Ingram? Give me Mack there. Can we see the tight end page? Yeah, you can. Not much interest in tight ends for me. Or very concise. That's funny. He says, how many missed clicks will Snead the fourth get sitting right next to Will Fuller and Price? That's funny if people do that. I know there's been times when it's like an R. Smith, and I know it's not the right name, but just like same last name. Oof. Oofa, oofa, oofa. All right. What about Ebron without T.Y.? I'd rather get to Jack Doyle. I'm not getting into any of it, but I'd rather get to Jack Doyle before Ebron. Ebron's playing like half the snaps as Doyle. Thoughts on taking Waller and Dissly flex? No shot. The upside's just so low there. Can I see the tight end page? There you go. Yeah, no problem, my man Evan. What's up? Ingram or Waller? Yeah, Ingram or Waller, it's like 1A, 1B with me. I personally prefer Waller. Price savings, ownership savings. But there's nothing wrong with getting to Ingram. It's really I have pieces of both. They're my two favorite tight ends. Thoughts on Eckler change? No, I think Eckler's still in a fine spot. Nothing really changes. If anything, his situation is better with Melvin Gordon behind him than Justin Jackson for today. Am I a fool for not having Gallman or Eckler or Allen in cash? I have DFJ, Fournette, and CMC at running back. I wouldn't say you're a fool, but you're losing a ton of floor with those guys. Don't do the Minshew stack. Yeah, I wouldn't. Greg Olson at 4,200. No, thank you. Good morning, Sal, says Jason. Good morning. Sup, Sal? Good work. What do you think of OBJ pivot off Keenan Allen and GPPs? OBJ is my least favorite pivot there. I'd rather get to DeAndre Hopkins than Julio Jones. But if Marlon Humphreys is out, because Jimmy Smith's already out, Tavon Young's out for the year. If Marlon Humphreys is out today, 600 viewers, says PJ. Hey, I think the highest we ever got was like like a $900 price difference. $800? Yeah, $800. I prefer Jones. In year-long fantasy play, Kenny G, Ty Boyd, or M. Thomas? M. Thomas for me. GPP, David Montgomery, no interest there. Just got here. Did I miss any smash plays? Yeah, you missed them all, my man. No, I'm just kidding. Will Fuller or Ridley? Give me Ridley for the upside. Both are in good spots. If Dante Jackson is out, give me so much Ridley. My sister comments, great job, little brother. Proud of you. What's up, Sam? Inman sleeper pick? Not a sleeper. The guy's like 12% owned right now, so definitely not a sleeper. How about Ingram and Waller? That's like the only tight end pair I would recommend, but I don't recommend tight end pairs. I think the ceiling on those guys is not high enough. Like Christian Kirk overplaying both of those guys and playing one with Christian Kirk, I think is much more upside in terms of a guy who's going to see just deeper targets down the field. Like Ingram and Waller will see intermediate routes, but they're not running go routes down the field. Like Marquise Brown at 5,800, I prefer over having two tight ends and one of them being Ingram. The Salvetri takeover is in full effect for DFS. Uh-oh. Operation. Do you like Lamar Jackson? Yeah, I love Lamar Jackson today. I really do. Not a lot of people are on him because, like, if you stack, Marquise Brown is, like, the only comfortable stack that you can probably get to. But I really like Marquise Jackson today. People following over on Twitch, thank you. Appreciate it. If you're watching on Twitch right now, hit the follow button. Appreciate you being over there. Yeah, we're streaming right now on Sportscaster, Twitch, and YouTube. Are you fading CMC? Not fading him, but I do prefer Eckler. What's your take on Chris Thompson? If you're running a stack, I get to him. Otherwise, I'm not going to have much Chris Thompson, really. Danny Dimes and Shepard and Ingram stack. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be like one of the highest owned stacks, but it's fine. Top 4K wide receiver. I'm really not getting into much of the 4K range. I think Will Fuller's pretty easily the top 4K wide receiver if Dante Jackson's out, even ahead of Terry McLaurin. 600 people, 650 people. Wow, let's go. Any running back recommendations? Yeah, I'll give you the running back page. Preston Williams for the win. Yeah, Preston Williams is a fantastic run back option with any Chargers stack today. Is Miami, how does that feel wrong? Lamar Jackson pivot from QB chalk this week. I think Lamar's in a really good spot. Keyshawn over Inman. Yeah, they probably see the same amount of targets. I kind of like that. McLaurin is out. Is that true? The game doesn't... McLaurin is playing. All right, you guys are all crazy. McLaurin's out. McLaurin's playing. This game doesn't start for... Watching the Redskins and still haven't seen McLaurin. All right, so we're going to find that out in 13 minutes anyway, so let's not try and speculate. Do you answer your Twitter DMs? I answer 90% of my Twitter DMs. If you send me like a message that is rude or who are you playing this week or has like 1,000 words in it, I'm going to probably not sit there and read it. But I do as much as I can get back to as many people as possible. But Sunday mornings, I'm not going to be answering Twitter DMs. It's all about Patreon people. After this stream at like noon, the last hour is me not tinkering. I'm not tinkering this week. I'm not touching my lineups after this stream. 700 people? We for real? Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? But yeah, I am only going to be responding to Patreon people after the stream. So if you're somebody who's a Patreon right now and you're watching this and you send me a message or an email, obviously I can't answer it on stream. So yeah, right when it ends, you'll be the first priority for sure. And really the only priority. Would you play Dalvin Cook today? No, I'm not going to get to him. The matchup and the price is just terrible. Who are your 3 favorite running backs in cash? So you want me to build you your cash lineup? Aaron Rodgers for that one. Is McLaurin out? We'll find out in 12 minutes what the inactives are. Gallman or McLaurin? I think I prefer Gallman there, but we'll see. M. Brown or Kirk? M. Brown for me. Yeah, it's fake news. We don't know anything for another 12 minutes. What's your take on McCoy? No interest in McCoy. Going to see 50% of the workload, maybe 60% in a game where we know what the team wants to do, throw the ball. Does he have touchdown upside in that offense? Yeah, for sure. But I like a lot of other running backs. You like Mariota versus Atlanta? No shot. Melvin Gordon take. Eckler's goal line work. Taken? No, he's not going to. He's not going to be on the field all that much. Where's your PGA content, bro? Man, how do you expect me to put out PGA content when I'm doing 80 hours of NFL research right now? It comes, for me, my priorities are NFL, NBA, MLB, WNBA, PGA. PGA is probably right there with NBA is the 2 best DFS sports. Like football is like the 3rd best DFS sport at best. You ready for more NBA? For sure, Cortez. I cannot wait for the NBA season. I've been listening to the Dunked On podcasts. Josh Engelman got me on them from Awesemo. Yeah, they're great. Hey, hot take. Ebron, 2 touchdowns today. If you have Ebron projected for 2 touchdowns today, you should have 150 lineups in the Millie Maker with 150 Eric Ebrons. No Kelsey love? No, Kelsey's fine. I mean, look, I have him as a yes. He's one of 3 guys. There's obviously love for him, but if you want to pay $7,200 for a guy that I have projecting out right next to Evan Ingram and Darren Waller in terms of points today, you can. I won't. Terry McLaurin is inactive. Damn, there's the news, gang. Terry McLaurin is inactive. Shit. Well, now Paul Richardson's a real thing. I was hoping McLaurin would be playing limited, but now Paul Richardson's a real thing. There goes the chalk. We have an hour and 40 minutes to lock. Yeah, Paul Richardson's going to see about 7-8 targets against dusty old Janoris Jenkins today. Wow. Kelvin Harmon's probably going to start, the rookie. Will be starting for Terry McLaurin. Not much interest there. I think it's probably a stay-away spot for me. Hip-fire reaction as Paul Richardson becomes a really good play. What's the record? PJ Erickson, how many people are watching now? Thanks for the advice. No problem, John. How do you feel about Fitzgerald? I think he's fine. Ingram and Brown together, they don't correlate, so I wouldn't try and prioritize that. Yeah, McLaurin's out. I'm about to get all the chat spams. Hey, great content as always. Thoughts on Ridley? $2 donation. Thank you so much. Thoughts on Ridley? 726 watching. Wow, I think that's a new record. Yeah, can we get to 800? Thoughts on Ridley? I like Ridley today. You're gonna be low owned. He gets a one-on-one matchup against dusty old Malcolm Butler. So yeah, McLaurin's out. McLaurin's out for sure. Yep, JP Finley. Yeah, he's the guy that I trust. He's out. Allen Robinson, GPP winner. I actually like Allen Robinson, but not enough to get any sort of volume. Metcalf and Keenan Allen or Fitz and Lockett and Cash? Fitz and Lockett for me. Eckler over McCaffrey? Yeah, I think so. What's the podcast called for NBA? Dunked On podcast. DUC apostrophe D, and then it'll come up. Dunked On. Chris Godwin or Mike Evans? I say neither. If you're going to pick one, Evans. Fournette over Carrion? They're both very close for me. I lean Carrion because of the price discount. I love your PGA breakdowns. Only guy who helped me cash. Thanks, all I'm saying. Yeah, I'll try and get back into PGA. It's probably not going to come, though, until, man, I don't even know, like March. Like once the NFL is fully done. February, I would say. No Sonny today? No, Sonny Michel's terrible. James Devlin not being there is going to just ruin Sonny Michel's like career. If Rex Burkhead is actually out, though, but it seems like he's active. But, yeah, Sonny Michel with no James Devlin, there's just not going to be a lot of two-back sets, which is really all that Sonny Michel's on the field for. So I don't really see much interest there. 748. Wow, we hit 750. Let's go. Hey, if you're watching this right now, where was McLaurin confirmed? It was confirmed via Fantasy Life app, which is run by Matthew Berry and ESPN. So he's out. And NFL beat writers and everything right now. Yeah, Terry McLaurin's out. Gallman or Marvin Jones? Give me Gallman. Giants suck against the tight end. Last year they did. There's a lot of other worse teams this year. What do you think about Gallman Jr.? I think he's fine. I think he's a good play. 766. Let's go. 800 is coming. Hey, if you're watching this right now and you're new here, welcome. My name's Sal Vetri. I do cover daily fantasy sports. We're doing a pre-recording, right? But if you could hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate that. We hit 10,000 subscribers this past Tuesday, and we're very close to 11,000 already. So appreciate it. Come join the community. I have exclusive content on Patreon. You can follow me on Twitter at Sal Vetri. Follow me on Instagram, Sal Vetri. And yeah, pretty cool thing we got here. So this is awesome. We're about an hour and a half till lock. Inactives are about to come out. Already McLaurin out. So with McLaurin out, do you got to tinker? Maybe a little bit. It just matters if you like Paul Richardson more than Preston Williams. That's pretty much it. Paul Richardson against the Giants secondary is probably a smash play at that price point. The ownership's going to come up, but it should. So, yeah, Paul Richardson's definitely in play. Chris Thompson now viable with no McLaurin. Yeah, he was viable before, and now he's even more viable. Quinn and Preston Williams are just one. Okay, playing Inman and Eckler in the same cash lineup. I would say yes, yeah. How do you think Melvin is going to affect Eckler? Not that much. Melvin, let's put it this way. If Justin Jackson was playing today and not hurt, Melvin Gordon wouldn't be suiting up. Melvin Gordon's there, and I said this before the news came out on the Patreon podcast. Melvin Gordon's there literally just to be an emergency back. Tyler Lee donates $2. Zach Neighbors donates $2. All you guys donating. Thank you so much today. This is awesome. Appreciate you all. 771? We about to hit 800, gang. We about to hit that 1,000 by week 8. Philip Lindsay, no interest. Should I eat lunch before breakfast today, Sal? LOL, great show. Congrats on your success and truly appreciate the knowledge, wisdom, time, and effort. Thank you, Scott. I would recommend fasting. I would recommend fasting till about 11 or noon, and then you can eat some lunch. Let your brain learn a little bit. Let your brain burn some healthy fats out of you. You know what I mean? I recommend fasting. Update, Bleacher Report is out. Yeah, Terry McLaurin's out. Yep. Edelman confirmed. I think he's confirmed then. Yep. Richardson or Thompson? Give me Richardson there. Galladay or Shepard? Give me Shepard. Cup or Watkins? Give me Watkins. Josh Jacobs ownership, good play, question mark. I don't really want Josh Jacobs. So now, Paul Richardson or Preston Williams is the question. I still prefer Preston Williams personally because I think he is a nice run back option in a lot of Chargers stacks I have. That is not taking anything away from Paul Richardson. I'm going to have to go back in right now and see if I want to get more Paul Richardson exposure. I have to see what he projects at after this stream. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. McLaurin is out. Yes, he is. Duke Johnson out of nowhere, right? Duke Johnson out of nowhere in terms of what? Is he injured? Hey, Sal, what's your running back situation today? Here's the running back page. There you go, my man. Detroit wide receiver fade with Stafford injury. Yeah, I got a lot less Galladay. I'm not going to have much interest in that game now. Richardson or Inman or both? Richardson Jr. or Will Fuller? If Dante Jackson's out, give me Will Fuller. If Dante Jackson's out, Will Fuller's the best 4K wide receiver. Well, I guess Richardson's 3K, so Will Fuller is the best 4 or 3K wide receiver if Dante Jackson's out. Yeah, McLaurin's out. Yep. Mack or McCoy? Give me Mack. Would you play Preston Williams and Paul Richardson in the same lineup? Probably not. No interest in 20-plus Lindsey touches at home. Why do you think he's going to get 20-plus touches? Royce Freeman got hurt last week for about a quarter. That drove up. Similar still. The snap percentage is still pretty much split down the middle. No interest in Lindsey. I'm not chasing his points. James White breaks the slate. James White's always a pretty good player to have a little bit of low exposure to, but with Rex Burkhead playing, no real interest there. Fournette or Gallman in cash, it's a big price difference. I really can't comment on that. It's a $1,400 price difference, Pablo. What else are you doing? We hit 800. We hit 800. There's 800 of you watching me right now. Peace out, Sal. I need to tinker with the lineups. Hey, don't tinker too much, my man. Have a good one, Brandon. Oh, Paul Richardson, although I really don't want both either in cash, really, but Paul Richardson in cash over Preston Williams, but Preston Williams for me in GPP slightly. Wow, so there's 800 of you in here. You think we got the push to get to 900 in this last half hour? All right, gang, what's up? If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Check out what I got on this channel. Obviously, after this, videos every single week for the NFL. We'll have NBA content. I'm live on Awesomo's channel Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Twitter is @SalVetriDFS. We just opened a merch store, so I don't know if people like hoodies and shit, but I'm going to drop this merch link again. I got to buy my own merch. Wide receiver list. Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second. One second. I'm waiting for Teespring to get back to me because I want some of this merch. You got DFS shirts. Let me zoom in on this. Let me give myself a little look at this promotion. Here's your commercial. Ready? Represent apparel. The most comfortable apparel in the daily fantasy sports space. That is very opinionated take. Hey, look at this. This is sick. I'm just happy I made this. This is fun. Cool. All right, let's get that out of here now. All right, inactives are about to come out, so I'm just going to get this up, ready to go. Free DraftKings lineups just followed me. Yikes. Talk about a scam artist. Top Chiefs wide receiver for GPP. Give me Sammy Watkins. James White, a good play if Rex Burkhead's out. Yeah, Watson love today, or am I alone? Watson, I always have some lineups with him. And if Dante Jackson, and this is a big deal, if Dante Jackson is out, who has been pretty good in coverage so far this year, and I would say pretty good to like great maybe, not allowing big plays, then Will Fuller, DeAndre Hopkins, and Sammy Watkins stacks are really, really good today because you could easily run it back on the other side of that with Christian McCaffrey. Is Slay in? Which Chief does he cover? I mean, Sammy Watkins has been in the slot 2/3 of the snap last week and 80% of the slot snaps week 2. So Sammy Watkins is not going to get Slay treatment all that much. It's probably going to be a lot of Robinson treatment. Demarcus Robinson gets Slay if he's in, but it seems like Slay's not going to play. No, McLaurin is out, Peter. What's going on? Do you like Ryan Hooper? Ryan Hooper, Ridley stacks. No, I don't. I don't want much Hooper this week. Ridley I like, but not all that. Let's get to 1,000. Yeah, how many people are watching? Got a good lineup, bro. I really like it. I hope you win all the money, my man. Got a friends and family invite for FanDuel. I haven't put money into FanDuel in God knows how long. I have no idea how much money's in FanDuel. I think I have $0 for like a year in there. Who would you replace Jay Jackson LAC with? You're just going to have to change your whole lineup. He was $4,100 at the running back position. There's no one to replace him with. If he's in your flex, Paul Richardson, Preston Williams, you're fine. Richardson Jr. for value, Richardson Jr. or James White? Yeah, Paul Richardson's in a great spot now. Yep, I like him. Julio the pivot off of Keenan Allen. Julio, DeAndre Hopkins are all pivots off of him, but I try not to get too cute and get away from him. Let's go 900. Who does Slay cover today? I think it's Demarcus Robinson on the outside for the most part. Yeah, if I'm not getting to your question, it's because there's 800 people in here and probably 100 commenting at a time. So if you want your question to be 100% answered, you can donate to the channel, and it pops up with like it in green, so I obviously see it. That is super chat. You can also do that. I wonder how many people watch this on Twitch. Obviously, I know that like watching on Twitch is fantastic for just like viewership for partner. Wow, we got 12 people watching on Twitch right now. That's pretty good. What's going on, gang? Got some people over there on Twitch. How y'all doing? You're the man. Appreciate the help. No problem. Is Slay playing? Yeah, the overall stuff I've been seeing out of Detroit is that Slay is probably not playing. Pessimistic outlook on him playing today. Can I play Woods over Kupp in cash today? Yeah, there's a price difference there. You can play him. Don't call it merch. Call it stuff. Less douchey, which you are not, says Scott. Ooh, Scott thinks me saying merch is douchey. Hey, look at this. Are you interested in starting any Jets versus buy? This man donates $2 to troll. Says you're interested in starting any of the Jets versus the buy this week. Yeah, it's probably their best matchup, right? Going to 1,000. Hey, Sal, do you Slay cover today? I don't think he's going to play, but if he plays, it'll be Demarcus Robinson for the most. Carry on or Mac in cash. Give me Mac there in cash. Merch looks good, homie. Thank you, Martin. Hey, my man Martin designed some of those. Martin Diggs. Reach out to him if you want any little designs out there. Watson, Fuller stack. Yeah, I think it's Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram is a maybe for me. So, I mean, look, there's 6 other running backs I get to before him. So, I would use very loosely. Mack or Kamara? Mack or Kamara? You're playing all day slate? I mean, there's a huge price difference there. Give me Kamara for sure. But, yeah. Somebody says, how about T. Gabriel? Yeah, man. People get on my case about not being able to predict. The man balled out, and then he entered Salvetri mode and got a concussion. What up? Bulletproof over there on Twitch. How you doing, my man? What's a good 3 core to build around? Man, I'm not giving out no core. Is this your first time here? Is this still live? Yeah, Jeremiah Evans. What's up? We still live, my man. Luck, Cup, or Thielen? Give me Lockett there. I don't know why I said Luck. Give me Lockett. Woods or Galladay and Cash? Woods for me. With Mike Williams and Benjamin out, Inman gets some run. Yeah, he does. They only have Jeremy Davis, Inman, and Keenan Allen as the wide receivers there. They only have 3 wide receivers dressed unless I see something about them calling up another one from the practice squad. I would imagine you have to call up a 4th wide receiver, right? What happens if one of them gets hurt? You're going to run 2 wide receiver sets all game? All right, inactives are coming out now, so let me know if anybody sees anything about inactives. I'm just going to get up. What's his name? Does really good inactive stuff, just Matthew Berry, in terms of them being pretty cool. And head on over to Twitch for like a second, open it up in a new browser, whatever you got to do, and just hit the follow button. It's free. It just helps me. If I can become somehow partner over there. Hey, Darnell Stewart donates $1 to the stream. Thank you, my man. What's your question, Darnell? You got to have a question. Let me know. I'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Slay is out. All right. So inactives are coming in now. So somebody said Slay is out. All right. I mean, that's what it seemed all week. Dante Jackson is out? Is that confirmed? Chris Saul. Is Dante Jackson out officially confirmed? Because if that's the case, T.Y. Hilton, McLaurin are both out. If Dante Jackson is out, I'm making sure Darius Slay, Danny Amendola inactive. Okay. Here we go, inactives. Somebody tweet me where you're seeing Dante Jackson is out. I see a couple people saying it. Yeah, I'm going to get to Will Fuller. Oh, yeah. Maybe I missed it, but Eckler or McCaffrey and Cash. Give me Eckler for the price savings. What's up, Bama? Slay out. Wow, okay, what's up, Buff? Yeah, Dante Jackson out. That matters a lot. That matters a lot for Will Fuller. Yeah, I'm getting some Will Fuller now for sure. More Will Fuller, I should say, instead of some. I gotta get messing with these lineups. I don't want to tinker too much, but I already said that from the get-go that I would get to more. Serious question, burgers or pizza today? Oh, burgers for sure. Burgers with no bun. I don't need those extra fucking carbs making me all full and tired afterwards. Give me the burger, throw some bacon on it, throw some cheese on it, put some ketchup on it, lettuce, tomato on it. Let me eat that damn thing. Sally was the DFS GOAT. What's your average total ownership percentage for your GPP lineups? It probably comes in around average, 15% or so. That's what it should be. Slay out. Yes, sir. Keenan Allen. Yes, sir. Galladay or Shepard? Shepard for me. Inman ownership is going to be super high. Yeah, Inman's approaching like 15% ownership, so I don't really want that. Adam Humphries? No interest there. Johnson or Gurley? Johnson for me if it's carry on. Hey, Sal, where is Bobby Boom? Yeah, people come through here asking about Bobby Boom at like some point. It's really weird. Stafford hurt. This dude's always hurt. Yeah, it seems like he's pretty hurt today. Got you on Twitch. Appreciate that, my man. Yes, that's correct. Author of Panthers Twitter. Panthers Twitter said he was out. Damn, okay. Did he come out with any more inactives here? No TY. What do you feel, Sal? Yeah, I figured he was going to be out. It just, the only thing I want there is how's there nothing about Dante Jackson? Where are you guys seeing this? Panthers Twitter, somebody said? Oh, here we go. What's this? Is out. Going through some pregame ladder work. Did not look favorite. Okay, what does this say? Okay, so the last update was, let's see. I know everybody's saying he's out, so I get that he is. A full-on yes for me. And the Hopkins, Fuller, and the Hopkins, Fuller, and Watson stacks got a lot better with no Dante Jackson in that secondary. Will Fuller or Hopkins? That's a huge price difference. I can't say both of them, but I'll say Fuller because of the price difference. Pasta, Sal. Pasta. Yeah, my man. Yeah, it's Pasta Sunday. What's up? Will Fuller or Hopkins? Yeah, the question about Will Fuller or Hopkins, you can't be asking that without saying who else you're getting to. I mean, you're saving $2,800 by going to Fuller. I can't. It's always going to be Hopkins if you're just starting one in a fantasy league, obviously. But what's the difference? Who else are you getting to? Wow, Watkins lock button. What happened? Why is Watkins a lock button? No. Slay wasn't going to be on Watkins that much, so that doesn't lock him in. But he's still a fantastic play. If anything, the fact that Dante Jackson out makes Will Fuller a better play. The fact that Slay is out, it helps the overall Chiefs offense, but he wasn't going to have shadow treatment on Watkins. Watkins been in the slot for the last 2 weeks primarily. Slay won't really go into the slot to shadow. All right, we got like 10 more minutes left. I'm going to bounce in 10 minutes because I got to start doing some stuff now that I want some more Will Fuller. I got to look at Richardson. This is good. Don't overreact. That's what I'll say. Don't overreact to news. Don't go and start running and getting Will Fuller, Richardson, and whoever else into all your lineups. You don't need to overreact to it. If it makes sense and you got stacks, do it. If it doesn't make sense, don't force it in just because, they're all tweeting about it. Everybody's talking about it on their live stream, whatever. Denzel Ward inactive. That's huge. Yeah. Denzel Ward inactive makes Marquise Brown. Ready? The best point per dollar wide receiver on the slate. BEST. The best. Yeah, Denzel Ward, they were figuring that he was out. I got to see what the rest of that. Here we go. Offensive and defensive inactives, Fantasy Life app. Would you stack Russell, Disley, and Lockett? No, I would not. I don't want any Disley. I'd rather replace Disley with DK Metcalf. What is GPP? Guaranteed prize pool. Hollywood or Will Fuller? Hollywood. Here we go. Defensive injuries. Marlon Humphreys is active today, so I don't want any Odell Beckham. Dante Jackson is out. Will Fuller bumps up. Morgan Burnett is out. Cleveland against Hollywood Brown. That's good. Denzel Ward is out. Cleveland against Hollywood Brown. That's good. Greedy Williams is out. The backup cornerback for Cleveland against Hollywood Brown. That seems pretty good. Darius Slay is out. Casey Hayward is active, so that's good for Preston Williams because I imagine Casey Hayward guards Devontae Parker. And that's pretty much it. Bobby McClain is out, which they figured for Miami. Just makes it even better for Keenan Allen today. That's about it. On the defensive side, of course. Offensive side, you have Albert Wilson out, helps Preston Williams. Danny Amendola out, no real impact. Evan Singletary out, no real impact. Julian Edelman is active. Really, everybody's active that you thought would be. Rex Burkhead is active. And you have out is T.Y. Hilton, and you have out is Rex Burkhead. Kyle Cooper just donated $5 via PayPal. Wow, thank you, man. I didn't know you guys can do that. How do you get my PayPal? Thank you, I appreciate that. Matt Andrews donates $4. He says, Fuller or Hollywood Brown? Give me Hollywood Brown. Definitely. Kyle Cooper, thanks for donating via PayPal. I don't know how you got my PayPal, man, but I appreciate it. 900 viewers? Are you for real? Wait, fast click. Do we have 900 viewers right now? There's 900 of you watching this? I'm the best thing that you got. You got ESPN on the TV. Matthew Berry and Field Yates are on that TV talking fantasy right now, and 900 people, the whole world, practically, right? It's watching me. That's crazy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Preston Williams over Disley for sure. Jones and Fuller or Ridley and Hopkins? Who's Jones? Like Marvin Jones? Ridley and Hopkins. McLaren is out. Yeah, Fuller or Gallman and Cash. Gallman. 905 viewers. Wow, we're going to hit 1,000. Morning, my fellow degenerates. What's up, Jason? How you doing? Projecting ownership for Richardson. It's not going to come through in time. It's probably going to be somewhere around 20%, though. 100 bits. Thank you. Is Hicks active? Hicks as in for the Bears? No, he is not, says Bulletproof. Thank you for donating over there on Twitch. Appreciate that, man. Disley chalk? No interest in the Disley chalk. I'm getting 0% Disley. Can you pull up the QB's page, please? Thanks, bro. Enjoy the football Sunday. Yeah, here you go, man. Wow, we have 925 people. 930. We're going to hit 1,000? Is this crazy or what? Hey, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Almost 950. Wow, look at this. Everybody's counting up. Everybody's counting up. Awesome. It's linked in Twitch. Wow. What's linked in Twitch? What do you mean, says Lies? Thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to make sure your question is answered, if you donate to the channel, it will pop up. I'll be able to. If you're a patron, I will be able to after this. Otherwise, there's like 900 people and a lot of questions, so I'm going to try the most. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. I'm sure we're somewhere around 11,000 subscribers. If you hit the subscribe button, it surely helps out. Your insight has been tremendous. Thank you. No problem, man. You deserve 900, man. Thanks for the great work. Yeah, man. You're honestly smarter. Smarter? What do you mean I'm smarter? Wait, what? Did I donate money? Kyle Cooper, I just got a $5 PayPal. You received $5 from Kyle Cooper on PayPal, USD. You somehow donated something. You want it back? Wilson or Rivers for cash? Give me Rivers there. That's like the toss-up. They're right there in my cash tiers. Give me Rivers. White or Richardson? Richardson. Quinn or Richardson? Richardson. How do you feel about Hollywood Brown? I think he's the best point per dollar wide receiver in the slate. Fournette, yeah, he's fine. What's the difference between GPP and cash? Cash, about 50% of the field wins in 50-50s and head-to-heads. You play a little bit safer because you only have to beat 50% of the field instead of a GPP where you have to beat 80 to 99% of the field. We're looking for useful fantasy tools, not Matthew Berry type tools. Great show, Sal. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Richardson over Quinn. This is fun. Hey, you missed me, bro. Darnell Stewart. Say it again. Say it again, Darnell. I'm sorry. I was reading all the inactives. Sorry about that. Melvin Gordon active. This screw Eckler, not at all. We were expecting Gordon to be active. He's an emergency back. He'll take on at most the Justin Jackson role. So we're fine there. Sammy Watkins, McCoy. Watkins a good build. I just like Watkins. I don't want McCoy. Great stuff as always. Peace out. Yeah, peace out. Great job, Sal. My lineup is never etched in stone until I see you. Appreciate that, man. Cash double ups GPP tournament. Wow, a bunch of fish. Does Hardman or Robinson have the better matchup with no Slay? Robinson probably. Or Hardman, but he's going to be on the field less. Sal, what are the Hulus? I don't know what that means. Just take the compliment. Kyle Cooper knows where you sleep. Yikes. Linked Amazon on Twitch for a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that a ton. That didn't come through for some reason. The subs over on Twitch. Yeah, for some reason, the subs over on Twitch, they don't let me know when people be subbing over on Twitch. What's up with that, right? Let's look. Let's look if we can see it now. Maybe after everything I can see who's over there. Hey, we got 17 people watching this. That's pretty damn cool, man. Maybe we can see. Subscriber only. I don't want subscriber only chat, no. Does Darius Slay cover the slot? He'll only go into the slot if people actually go in there. Darnell Stewart donates $1. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, what's the question, man? Say it again. I want to make sure I get your question in. Darius Slay will go into the slot like he did week 2 against Keenan Allen. He will not go into the slot to shadow Sammy Watkins, in my opinion. Tyler Lockett or M. Brown? M. Brown for me. Fuller or Richardson? Give me Fuller. Andrews or Davis? PPR. Give me Andrews. Eckler for me today. Yeah, Eckler's definitely fine today. Let me look at my emails because we got them emails be flowing in. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Damn, we got everybody following over on Twitch. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Devonta Freeman, if Ito Smith is out, yes, but I don't think he's out from what I'm seeing. Henry or Johnson? Carry on if it's Johnson. Allen or Watkins in cash? Allen, if you could afford it. Preston Williams, D. Shark, or Quinn? Preston Williams for me. Yeah, McLaurin's out. Yep, he's out. He's out. Use Streamlabs, says Big West, y'all. What do you mean use Streamlabs? I know what Streamlabs is. I have a Streamlabs. I just got to hook up a bot. But I got Streamlabs. For the chat Streamlabs? No, I can't use that. That's only for Twitch. I'm streaming on 3 different platforms right now. 900 most people and only 27 likes. Crisco, subscribe. Hey, what's up? Cristo, 33, subscribes on Twitch with Twitch Prime. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you using that Twitch Prime sub on me. You got any questions, Crisco? What you got, man? Appreciate it. Kirk or Hardman? Give me Kirk. McLaurin's not in. McLaurin's out. DK doesn't update their page quick enough. Richardson or Fuller? I like Fuller more. Kyle Allen or Matt Stafford? I want neither. Ingram, Fournette, or Carry-On? Give me Carry-On slightly over Fournette for the savings. Everyone like the video now. How many people are we at? Did we ever get above 950 or around there? Why 0 Disley? Others won't shut up. You know why people like Disley, though, right? Because he's cheap and he's facing Arizona. If you get your 2 touchdowns from him, sure, take it to the bank. But there's much better projections and value for Darren Waller and Evan Ingram by a mile today. And I don't want to be putting chalk Will Disley into my lineups. When 25% of the field has Will Disley because of just the matchup, his name is Will Disley. I don't care that he's caught 3 red zone touchdowns this year. Those are variant. If he was 5% owned, yeah, Will Disley's a good play. When he's 25% owned and you're not getting any leverage by playing him and being sneaky, he's not a good play. In cash, sure, get there if you want. I think Darren Waller is by far and away a better play than Will Disley. Like Will Disley, you're happy if you get 5 targets out of today. I can almost guarantee you Darren Waller's going to see 8 to 10. And higher upside targets. And that's Will Disley's ceiling of 5 targets. Why not Stills over Fuller? Stills is in the slot. Stills is a good matchup, but Dante Jackson being out gives Fuller all the time in the world to run deep. Stills is a good matchup, but he's still going to only be on the field for 50% of the snaps because Kiki still gets on the field there. So, yeah, no. For those sub notifications. Yeah, I have sub notifications on Twitch. I do. I just have my volume off. Just sub. Great info. Keep it coming. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Deion King, dart throw. Yeah, he's a dart throw. He's the guy I would want out there if playing somebody from Indy wide receiver group, but I'm not going to get there, though. Cole Beasley or Adam Humphries? Jesus, those guys are the same guy. Give me Adam Humphries, but both are gross. 903, thank you. Sutton for low ownership today. Sutton's a good play if indeed Jalen Ramsey doesn't play, but we won't know that right now. Season long, Mark Andrews or pick up Hawkinson or start Mark Andrews. Marquise, Lockett, Shepard. Pick 2 for cash. Lockett and Shepard for cash. Marquise, though, for tournaments for sure. Will Fuller is who you are talking about, right? For Fuller, yeah. Burkhead or White? White, but I don't want either. Disley dissed me when he missed me. David Johnson or Tyler Lockett? Tyler Lockett there. Keenan or Eckler if you can only get one? Keenan. What do you think about Houston tight end? It's fluky last week. I don't want it. Gregory says, Will Disley should be dismissed or you might miss Christmas. Yikes. Evan Ingram or Waller? Great show. They're both 1A, 1B. Thank you, Louie. I go Waller barely. Preston Williams will go off today. Rosen throwing him a ton, double-digit targets, and a TD coming. Count me in. Hey, I love Preston Williams, my man. McLaurin is out. Yes, he is. Are you excited for NBA? NBA is the right there. It's NBA, and then it's probably what do we got over here? We got 16 people watching on Twitch. What's up? It's NBA, and then it's probably PGA as the 2 best DFS sports. People think football is the best DFS sport. Not even close. NFL is only good because it happens once a week, a full slate. So you get anticipation. But football games are fucking boring to watch. I really got to wait a minute to watch a running back run 2 yards into his lineman. That's what I got to do? My God, let me watch basketball, nonstop, continuation, dunks. Give me that all day. DFS football, and also like 300 points nonstop the whole time instead of hoping that you get a touchdown and your lineup scores 100. Devonta Freeman, meh. Price point's good if Ito Smith's out. DJ Moore or Curtis Samuel? I choose Samuel there. Godwin, Samuel, Metcalf, pick 2. Is this just for season long? Give me Metcalf and give me Godwin and Metcalf. Hey, everybody be following over on Twitch. Hey, yo, if you're watching on Twitch right now, what's up, gang? Get active in the comments. They're gonna come over. We're streaming right now on Twitch, YouTube, and Sportscaster. So everything comes in through here. 905 on YouTube. Appreciate that. Link for Twitch. Yeah, I got you on the link for Twitch. Somebody asked. Yeah, if you guys can go follow me over on Twitch, that really helps. I stream to Twitch at the same time as YouTube. So for concurrent viewers, it might be better if I don't do that, like in terms of becoming a Twitch partner. But we'll worry about that another day. Cash Money says, LOL, football is not boring. I used to love football. Go watch some basketball now. Yeah, I'd love to watch basketball. Basketball is so fun to watch. Everybody just doesn't watch basketball. They listen to their one friend that says, the basketball regular season is terrible. Basketball regular season is damn fun. You got 10 games on a night, 7 are competitive, 7 to 8. I watch football today, maybe I see 1 good game, maybe 2. Can't wait for NBA season, and I'm a T-Wolves fan. Yeah, NBA is so fun. Oh, T-Wolves, my man. Karl Anthony Towns is one of my favorite players in the league. I cannot wait to watch, though, Mitchell Robinson this year. I cannot wait to watch. D-Gen Holiday, baseball, hockey, football, of course, NASCAR. Oh, boy, NASCAR. Marquez or Chris Carson? Marquez Brown, Hollywood Brown for sure. Basketball is boring, says Cringe. Yeah, no shot. Sal, do some more PGA content. Love your content on it. Yeah, I would love to do PGA content. It's just like a matter of time. I'm a one-man show doing daily NFL content. What was daily and MLB content as well on Patreon. Marlon Humphrey news. Marlon Humphrey is active, JP. He's in. Fuller or White? Fuller for me. Commercial breaks kill NFL continuality for viewing purposes. Yeah, I agree. I just can't have fun watching an NFL game. The only reason the NFL is fun is because there are 10 games on at once on one day a week, so everybody looks forward to it on the weekend, and it has its own day of the week. Like, if they were daily, I don't fucking like watching Thursday night or Monday night football. Those games stink, like, all the time. They're terrible. And then you can't turn to anything else. Like you can for every single night of NBA when there's 10 games on and you're guaranteed to find like 5 to 6 going down to a pretty good fourth quarter finish. I can get Fuller, but I like Will Fuller today in GPPs over Paul Richardson. Favorite players are Aaron Rodgers and Taylor Gabriel, says Luke. Yeah, my favorite. Taylor Gabriel has now made the list. It's Aaron Rodgers and Taylor Gabriel. Rodgers because he's just the GOAT. And Taylor Gabriel because he's just the GOAT. If anybody, they can say what they want. Buck fan, JKE. I know Twitch, the partnership program, and even the affiliate. I'm already an affiliate. They don't like you streaming on multiple platforms. Let them shut me down. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care. I'm going to be streaming to all of them. It makes no sense to why they think they can have exclusive rights over a stream. It makes no sense for their own brand. Why? Just getting in here. Thoughts on P. Richardson? Yeah, he's okay. In cash, he's decent, but not anything I really want to get a ton to. Who's a good quarterback for cash this week? I'll go to the quarterback. If the quarterback page is up, those guys are interesting. Shamrock. Hey, thank you. He's. I'm assuming he's putting some luck signs in here. Thanks, my man. Man donates 3 bits. Thank you. Fuller over Curtis Samuel? Yeah, I say that for sure. Any thoughts on Panthers D versus Houston O-line? Yeah, Houston O-line's terrible. Panthers D can force some pressure, so it's decent. Are you hiring, says B Court. No, I'm not. It's just me, my man. Any love for DFJ? Yeah, there's some interest. Marquise Brown, almost a lock. I have the most exposure to Marquise Brown right now. Fournette or Mac and cash? Mac, barely. Hey, T-Wolves fan, what the fuck happened to Wiggins? Why is his game not growing? Yeah. Wiggins was like the 5th best player on that team last year. I'm not a T-Wolves fan. I'm just answering this question. Yeah, if they can get Wiggins to be the 3rd best player on that team, they're in a good spot. But yeah, he was terrible last year, Wiggins. Sal, you going to break down the MLB playoffs? No shot. No, I'm not doing it. I've been breaking down MLB every single day for Patreon only, but not for the playoffs. I'm not. 3 and 4 game slates are just gross. Fuller or White? Give me Fuller. Sal, you're going to answer Patrons after this stream? Yeah, I'm going to get into Patreon, and I'm going to answer any of the emails in there. I got 5 minutes left here, and then we'll be there. So, yep. I just saw your message, too, by the way, Andrew. Boyd or Galladay? Boyd for me. Any interest in Bears running backs? No. Marvin Hall, insanely high risk and no interest. Fuller over Curtis Samuel? Yeah, for me, for sure. 20 people over here on the Twitch streets. What's up, gang? How many people are watching on YouTube? I'm about to bounce. Talk NFL, says Cody Gomes. I'll talk about what I want to talk about, Cody Gomes. Thoughts on Kyle Allen for GPP? No interest. I'm going chicken Alfredo today. That sounds good. Sal, my dude, what's up? What's going on, man? Jones will fail everyone today. I hope so. I mean, I don't have too much. You good, Sal? Seem on edge. Going to be a good day, baby. I'm on edge? No, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Kane or Inman? Inman. Are you going to the mall later? No shot. Ew. Kerryon Johnson and Eckler, a good running back combo? Yeah, that's fine. Any love for AP? No. Olsen okay today? Meh, not for me. Sal's top 3 GPP plays are Aaron Rodgers, Adams, and Howard. Yes, sir. Gotta go, Sal. Keep grinding. You too. Wiggins is just lazy. Yeah, he does seem like that. I'm overloaded. NBA and TNT is fire. It sure is. You keep missing me, says Darnell Stewart. Here we go, Darnell. CMC or Eckler if price doesn't matter. Give me Eckler. If price doesn't matter, still give me Eckler. They project out like for the same fantasy points as me today. I got to update that, by the way. Mac is in a good spot. Yeah, he is. Sammy Watkins still. Yeah, he is. He's fine. Curtis or Diggs? Curtis Samuel. Darius Slayton, sneaky play. I'm off that. Darius Slayton's 150-yard catch as everybody wanted to play him. CMC, Kerryon, and David Johnson, or David Johnson and Mac. CNC, Kerryon, and D Johnson. You gave me 3 the first time. Give me CNC, Kerryon, and Dave Johnson. How you getting? Best player for tier 8 today. I don't play tiers, but yeah, Brown seems like the best player in that tier, I guess. I don't know who else is in that tier. Any interest in any KC running backs? No. How about Mark Andrews? Not much interest. Thanks for the birthday shout out on Thursday. Yeah, happy birthday. LC Muscles. Thursday. Happy birthday, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, guys, I'm about to bounce. If anybody wants a final question answered, throw it in there. There's probably going to be a ton coming in. Preston Williams' ownership is going to be like 4% today for the person that asked. What's the most you won playing fantasy? In one day, 12,000. I hope Boyd gets 100 yards plus a TD. Yeah, Tyler Boyd's in just a great spot in that offense. He's literally Robert Woods. All right, gang. I'm out. Make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll drop the Twitter in. If you're not already following on Twitter, make sure to go over there. If you have any interest in the world and for some reason copping or just checking out some merch, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. There's that. The merch is live right now in the shop. That is merch. What else? Twitch. I'll drop the Twitch link. We're dropping it all. If you want your questions answered before lock, that is for patrons only. So I'm going to not be active to anybody but them. And all right. Thank you. Best of luck. Somebody win the millie. If you win the millie or like knock down something crazy, let me know. Peace out, gang. Let's cash out for sure, Josh. Yeah.